and welcome to my Season 1 recap of our Shadowrun game, Kings of Charm City. This video will explain what happened prior to the live game videos I will be releasing for our second season, now that we decided to record. Additionally, I will give a brief explanation of each character, so jack in, chummers, and hold on to your hoop as we break down Season 1. I hope you enjoy. The traditional setting for Shadowrun is the unique city of Seattle. Well, we aren't in Seattle. We're in the UCAS city of Baltimore. The biggest megacorp in Charm City is the medical and science megapower Johns Hopkins. However, this megacorp doesn't flex its muscles as much as corps in Seattle do. Most of the moving and shaking is at the gang level. The two biggest gangs are the elf gang called the Druid Hill Droogs and the Noghead Trolls, the Troll Gang. While the elves have an upper hand thanks to numerous awakened members and a near fortress of magical plant life that surrounds their downtown neighborhood, the trolls are a fierce competitor due to their numbers and brutality. While trolls lead the Nogheads, they are outnumbered by the many orc members and just as many human members. Within these groups, politicians fight for power indirectly, and the governments of the Confed and the UCAS work to chip away at each other's power. On top of all this, the western quarter of the greater Baltimore area is a graveyard of megastructures, the fallout of a terrible plague that has given out an eerie call to the dark forces of the supernatural. The team consists of 5 runners who call themselves the Bikini Bottom Brawlers. Their team leader, Ajax, is played by Sean. Ajax is an ex-military insurrectionist. He grew tired of the wet work assignments for questionable goals, so he took to the shadows, where he could choose and one day make his own contracts. At the beginning of Season 1, Ajax was a fighter skilled in ambush and tactics, and subtle cyberware meant he could slip undetected into civilian areas. Now, Ajax has truly stepped into the role of tactical leader, with more explosives, sensory cyberware, a high-level skill wire, and a modified suit of armor with a jump pack. His ability to reposition ensures he always has the upper hand in combat. Ajax is close to a personal goal of becoming a Johnson himself and handing out runs to teams throughout the city. Porter Trons, the transporter, is played by John, a character based off of the film star Jason Stamos, with nods to several of his roles. We even gave him an adrenal pump to represent Crank. Porter is the team rigger and mechanic and bodyguard and close combat expert, pretty much everything. Come on, have you seen these movies? He has a personal vehicle for pretty much anything we might need, plus a number of team vehicles. His base of operations is a junkyard with a large garage on the edge of the deserted megastructure section of the west quarter of Baltimore. Prad Bitt, played by Max, and another movie homage, is a physical adept that is inspired by Brad Pitt's character from Fight Club. He is the team tank and hand-to-hand threat, with a ridiculous magic sword that is almost so strong we don't need to keep track of damage. While he draws most of his power from his awakened mystic side, he has little real understanding of it and considers himself a blunt instrument. On a whim, Pratt decided to buy the 3rd most haunted location on the East Coast and clear it out to be a gym and fight club. It's not going well. Sora, played by Rachel, is our mystical expert and social elitist elf. She is the mistress of the most prestigious magical library and social club south of New York City. Yet the streets call to her and she cannot resist. With her advanced spells and deep elven contacts, Sora acts not only as a shield from the supernatural, but from street complications as well. The team takes great care to keep her out of the direct line of fire, a job made quite difficult by her insistence to be where the action is. Switch is a very young elven decker, played by yours truly, that covers the tracks of the group and provides much of the logistical support. Switch was born a human to human supremacist parents and goblinized during puberty, a rare occurrence in this age. Before running the Shadows, he was small-time BTL supplier and became his best consumer, nearly wasting away on endless loops of emotional replays. Since joining his team, he has grown to consider them his family and will stop at nothing to protect them, and in return the team has unquestioned trust of Switch and allows him to control everything from their finances to their double lives and aliases. Switch has been able to acquire the best hardware and software Nguyen can buy, giving him impressive freedom in the Matrix. In the first season, the team formed together into a strong, cohesive unit that has become fully embroiled in the Cold War between the UCAS and the Confed, which is played out on the city streets of Charm City between the elves and trolls. They are just starting to piece together the importance of the events that have transpired directly by their hand. In the first run, the team retrieved 5 magic jars holding evil possessive entities from within the troll gang, presumably for the UCAS. The second run is a botched delivery of a girl named Aurora, who has mystic powers that are destructive to technology. She was to be delivered to Johns Hopkins Corp. However, thanks to a planned double-cross of an expected double-cross that did happen, the UCAS got her instead. The third run was to steal a sarcophagus from a very secure Confed military research base for the Mafia. Of course, since it is against the Confed, that's probably for the UCAS too. And in an interlude run, Switch discovers the UCAS and the Elves are trying to weaponize Aurora's powers for use against the Confed soldiers and technicians. And the UCAS is also trying to confine the reach of our Bikini Bottom brawlers. So sit back, relax, enjoy a hot soy calf as you watch our most recent game, Tobin's Equation Part 1, and remember to play like the dice are trying to kill you, because they are.